So just getting started out here today, and here's the first thing of interest, a squirrel tail. Just the tail, the rest of the body's been eaten and gone. Just strange, it's not every day you walk in the woods and find just a tail laying in the middle of the trail. So today I'm back out. I'm gonna call this episode 14 part B. I'm back out Moose River on that main trail I found at the end of my last adventure. And for weather-wise, yesterday was like totally hot, sunny day. Rained all last night and this morning, now it's let up. So it's kind of foggy out, but it's very humid and the woods are just alive. Like every animal's coming out, birds are singing, squirrels are going off. There's a lot to listen to. And off last time, there was a couple things I wanted to research. One was the fire. It looks like where I was in, the fire was lit directly off the pit. I went and Google Earthed it. It comes right up from it around, so man-made out of the pit, whether it was blasting the rocks or there's a bunch of campfire spots. Maybe you got away from someone. And then I think to the west, like away from Alberta, there's another fire that comes directly off the railway track, so another man-made. The railway lights quite a few fires just in the hot of summer, and that one's right up off the tracks. So I think two fires, two separate times. I'm kind of in the middle of them. And on the skunk smell, I Googled it. There's two types of skunks in BC. One is only down the lower mainland, the Fraser Valley, which I'm about 700 kilometers from. And it says there is a second one that does go up into interior BC. However, I've driven more logging roads than a lot of people, backcountry roads, worked in the bush 16 years, all over up here. I've never seen a skunk. I've never smelt a skunk. I've never seen a skunk on the road, and I've never heard of anybody seeing a skunk. So technically that smell could be a skunk, but if so, that creature has eluded me for a long time. So that's on my radar now. I'm gonna be watching for skunks for sure. I was hiking up in here today, see how far I can get and see where this goes. So first track I've seen here, you got a pad, you got your toes. You also though have claws out front. So I'm gonna say bear. Probably an okay sized black bear. Looking at the tracks, don't really want to run into them. I'll keep going though and see where these go. And if you hear that behind me, there's a helicopter flying overhead. They're just everywhere today. They're probably avalanches and landslides. They're out checking them out on the pipeline, I would guess. So this trail's been pretty good for hiking. If you wanted to bring horses, you'd have to bring a chainsaw. There's a lot of blowdown. But it's kicked up onto a ridge. There's kind of a big plateau up here and it loops out around where I was last time. For the first time right now, I just came out into this opening and I can hear the Moose River again. That hillside over there is kind of right where the end of where I got to. I was just below that, and that's what I was trying to see around the corner. So hopefully today this is a lot easier hiking. I'm gonna get in and see what's out around that corner. So this woods is fascinating. It's old growth pine fir. You can see through. Lots of blowdown though. Lots of blowdown. And then this trail, there's just tracks everywhere. Lots of elk. And as I came around, I'm not determined yet if this is fresh or not. If this is fresh, I don't really like it. But that right there, judging by the size, that's one hell of a black bear, or that's a grizzly. So we're looking at pad, toes, and then you got the claws set way out. That's why I'm saying grizzly. Grizzly, black bear claws are really sharp and curled and pointy, where grizzly, they hit their toes and then their claws stick way out off of it. So look at the toe line there and the claw line out there. And then look at the size of it compared to my hand. till the day just got interesting. All right, so walking along, wildlife signs not disappointing. Got some wolf scat here. Looks like deer fur in it. That's why I like coming back in the park though. Get way away from people, away from everything. You really see where the real wildlife's out. So if you're gonna find Bigfoot, this is the spot I would expect. Even just the woods, the mountains beside me, deep in the Rockies. Like when I was a kid thinking of old Bigfoot, this is where I would think he would be. And if not, there's lots of other crazy wildlife I might find out here. I said just stop here and show this. I just came over that ridge and this is the valley I walked into. It's all an old fire. Down in that gorge there is the Moose River. It goes back up in here. So here's a fairly fresh elk scat pile, and something stepped on it and broke it up. And then right after, doesn't show up well in the video probably, but pad your toes and your claws. So that's a grizzly track right there. It just starts to really play tricks with your minds when you got this. I'm gonna go a little bit more, but I'm starting to think those tracks aren't so old and I'm following a grizzly in here. So I might turn around before too long. I'm a long ways in here. And then maybe explore something or find a route down to the Moose River on the way back. I just wanted to shoot what I'm in here. Inside this fire, I figure it's about between 15 to 20 years old. All the young pine, just amazing coming up. It's kind of spooky though, because it's like up over my head and I can't see the best. Super rocky ground. It just changes it when you see big grizzly bear tracks, and I've seen a ton. Just your whole mindset on the day changes. So just analyzing all these tracks out today. And I know I have grizzly for sure. I know I have black bear for sure. Now here's this one. It almost looks like here's the pad. You get your toes. I don't really see claws. And then right here, there's like two lines, which cats have those two lines on their pads. And it's made to keep them from hydroplaning. When they're jumping onto a wet log or something, it'll shoot the water at the back. So now I'm wondering if I have a huge ass cougar track on this trail. That'd be big for a cougar. So talking Bigfoot, people always ask why we never find any bodies. Well, what if they bury their bodies? And if they did bury their bodies, what would you look for? Probably a big mound where they were covered with rocks. So I just found this random mound of rocks, which I've seen a few of these today I'm gonna go walk past it so you can see it. It's probably 6 feet high and 12 feet long and skinny. So it's what you would expect in a body being buried, shall we say. So it's just a big pile of broken shale rock. And it's one of those things when you're thinking about Bigfoot, you got to just think of all the things that are outside the box. And then that's one random thing I've always thought of, and that's a perfect example of what you would find. But I don't have the energy to start digging all those rocks up, so we're just going to let that be. So I'm coming up here. I got a ridge in front of me. I'm going to call this the turnaround point. I've seen enough tracks and whatnot. It's been a super interesting day. Absolutely love this place. This is like my new favorite place. There's logs cut, like people have walked this trail, but it does no one this year. And I don't even know if anyone did last year. I'm going to stop up here, eat some lunch, and then head back. I don't really feel like catching up to this grizzly, cougar, black bear, none of them really. So I just got up to that ridge and I actually got my first view down at the Moose River. That looks absolutely gorgeous. And the trail's dropping down, so I might go down and have lunch out on the beach there and then turn around. Even though I don't want to walk back up this hill, I think I gotta go see it. Also, this hillside over here, I've started hearing rocks falling down there, but it's not like a slide, it's just like one rock at a time. Kind of odd. Just coming down here, this place is unbelievable. A good view from up here. It's looking like marsh between me and the river, but I'm gonna check it out. I'd like to get out there and check the beaches for tracks. So coming down the trail here, another grizz track. At least they're going the same way as me. I haven't seen any coming at me yet. So I'm just about to cut out to the river, so I just hung my shirt up on a tree there. So then when I'm out at the river, I can see where the trail is. Not that I probably wouldn't find it, but I might want to find it in a hurry. So that's my plan. That's a trick I've used for years. And that's my target, is to get out there. I'm gonna have to put the camera away to go through this blowdown. I'm back here quite a ways. I got to the river. I can't get out to the gravel beach here. I'd have to cross like waist deep glacier water. That's not happening. So I have a good drink of water, pound a sandwich back, and then power hike back out of here. This place is just amazing back here. Just my new favorite place on earth. I'm gonna come back here for sure. The tracks I found today were just unbelievable. Spook alarms, 10 out of 10. Crazy noises everywhere. And there's still so much to go. There's still days of hiking ahead of me. Just amazing back here. So just prepping to hike back out with all the Grizz tracks. I have my kit. That's kind of in my pack, but on the side so I can get to it. Then I have this bear banger, makes a loud noise, attached to my right pocket. And then I have a flare attached to my left pocket, because if he's close, I'm gonna hit him with a flare to back him off. And then on my belt, I have a big knife and mace. So I'm just gearing up and I'm gonna get out of here now. And then heading back out right in the center there. You can see the little red dot in the middle, that's my plaid shirt. So I know exactly where I have to hit going through this blowdown. That's a handy trick there. I just had to stop for a second, catch my breath. I just powered through that whole burn. I'm back on the tree line now. Yeah, I just got the worst case, like something's watching me. So I just powered it out. It was good for the cardio. Couldn't hear anything because I was just whipping through it. I'm back into the tree line now, and hopefully it'll just be an easy cruise back to the truck. So I think I'm just about to drop back to the truck. So this will be the end of the video. I just wanted, before I go, to say thanks everybody for positive comments, advice, enjoying my channel, enjoying my videos. I'm having a really good time out here hiking. It's good physio, and if I'm stuck in lockdown in a pandemic, I may as well go out and get into the backcountry and see what I can find. So lots more adventures planned, and hope you enjoy them.